Hi, welcome to King County at your service. I'm Jackie Ablao. Metro's Access Paratransit provides critical transportation to those with disabilities. And now, in the time of COVID, they're also helping feed families in need.
My name is Khadar Mohammed. I'm driver for this bus.
Access Paratransit provides transportation services for people who qualify under the Americans with Disabilities Act. These are definitely some of the most vulnerable in our community. Seniors, disabled.
People who need transportation to hospital, to home.
COVID came along and people started staying home. They started paying attention to the public health guidelines. We set up new cleaning protocols for our vehicles so that people could continue to ride safely. Even with that, our ridership decreased. So we're at about 40% of what we would normally be.
I have COPD, and that's why I don't have a mask on right now. I wore it earlier. I've been informed you need to stay off public transportation where your health is at, Linda, and that's been told to me medically, even though I rode Access before this COVID thing.
So we started looking at what can we do differently? Can we do something to help the most vulnerable in our community and help out our food banks and our other social service agencies?
Hi, good afternoon. How you doing? Today I'm delivering food to our neighbors around the Seattle, Kent, and Renton, even Bellevue sometimes.
We began actually taking food, whether that was groceries or hot meals, to Access riders and to others in the community as well.
Yeah, they're happy when they see my car. They're happy, they know I'm delivering food.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Or something grocery sometimes.
Sometimes they will be transporting people to their doctor's office, to a friend's house. Sometimes they will be transporting food.
That's a lift. That's a mine easy.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
For me, I try to stay strong as possible. It's been good. It's really been good. I won't complain. You know what I mean? Because I really appreciate it.
It feels good, when you are helping people. And when I'm about to leave, they come out and say, thank you, they shout.
I think this is the best of government, meeting the needs that people have right now.
There's a new enhanced homeless shelter in the Soto district. King County is partnering with Seattle and the Salvation Army to keep people safe and help them get back on their feet.
This used to be a car dealership. We were able to work with the city of Seattle, get a lease on this property, and then completely transform it into a COVID-safe congregate setting. Hi, my name is Leo Flor, and I'm the director of King County's Department of Community and Human Services, and welcome to our Soto ACRC and de-intensification shelter. We've gone from people sleeping 6 inches apart to 6 feet apart or more. We've erected barriers in between sleeping spaces, and this is something that's really been informed by the Centers for Disease Control as well as Public Health Seattle King County. We have air filtration that operates at a level that really filters out a lot of the airborne junk that we don't want people to have to worry about breathing. We have a lot more bathrooms than we normally would have available in a shelter. Showers, we have the ability to wash hands in a touchless way. And so there's a lot of technology, a lot of just best practice that we've been able to put in place here.
This will be a 280 person facility, 24/7 enhanced shelter. So every time we have the opportunity to open new shelter capacity in the city, we're trying to make it 24/7 in nature, but also have enhancements of services from basic services like meals and hygiene to enhanced services.
It allows for privacy. It allows for space for them to relax and transition from the crisis mindset of I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight, I don't know where my next meal is coming from, I don't know how I'm going to get help. All those resources are here that will provide wraparound services, which includes case management, housing navigation, and mental health services.
Places like Fisher Pavilion, places like a shelter that operates out of City Hall. There's a shelter that's been operating at the King County Administrative Building. There's a shelter that's been operating at what we call the 4th and Jefferson Building, also a King County building. And what we're doing is bringing folks into what we think now is a better long-term space where we'll be able to, again, really implement a lot of pro-health measures.
So we have semi-private rooms. Each room is equipped with their own bed, a sitting table, chair, the amenities they need to be comfortable. We're here to meet them wherever they're at and to move them forward to the next step.
Do you live in South King County? Well, now there's 2 more options for COVID testing. New sites are now open in Tukwila and Federal Way.
There are many sites opening up in the county. Federal Way and Tukwila are the newest sites. It is free to anybody that shows up. We would like people to pre-register. It speeds up the registration process because we'll have all that data entered into the computers. It might save a little time by going on the King County website. Sometimes it's just for peace of mind. If you're symptomatic, asymptomatic, feel free to come down. We want people to know if they are infectious that they probably need to quarantine and follow up with their own personal doctors. That's really our main goal, is to provide information to people so they can keep everybody around them healthy, so if they do come down with COVID, that they can come up with a quarantine plan, and isolate from the people they love. Every day is different. I will say that Mondays tend to be the busiest. We just ask that you be patient. We do have a walk up part of the process, so if you don't have a vehicle and you just want to walk in, we do test people that are not in cars. It's a rather quick process. We should be able to get you the positive or negative result within 24 to 48 hours. You'll leave contact information, and then you'll be able to actually check on the results yourself. Come down and we'll be happy to test you. It's a very professional, personal experience. We're not going to rush you. We're going to talk you through it and try to make it as pleasant as possible.
Every year, King County's Historic Preservation Office recognizes those preserving our heritage. Take a look at this year's John D. Spellman Award winners.
Black Diamond lies about 30 miles southeast of Seattle, between Covington and Enumclaw. It's one of the small coal mining towns that flourished in the Green River Coal District during the late 1800s. The Black Diamond Depot served the Columbia and Puget Sound Railroad, once the only way in and out of the area.
Hi there, my name's Keith Watson. I'm the president of the Black Diamond Historical Society. And we have a building here that's 134 years old. This is the historic center of Black Diamond, and this was a coal mining town. It started out in 1882. There was 8 coal mines here. But this was the center right here. This is where the passenger train came. And all the information, the payroll, the newspapers landed here. So when the passenger train came into town, there was mobs here, mobs of people. Come on in. People came here from all over the world, engineers and specialists, blacksmiths and all kinds of people that are supporting the mine operation. We basically have artifacts here that are priceless because you can't replace them. See that picture up there in the middle of the lower row of photos? Is my dad on the left. And he was the principal of the school at that time in 1941. This is the roots of so many people. We have groups of seniors that come here, groups of car club people that come, and of course the schools. You hear stories about their parents, grandparents, and uncles and aunts that lived here. Put in a wall with over 1,100 names on it of all the miners in Washington State that died in the mines. So maintenance of the grounds, maintenance of the building, that's on us. And we're all volunteer. It makes all the things that we've done in this building, we're proud of it, really proud of it.
It's one of the best historical societies in the state. You should go down and see their museum there, right there at the depot. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and it's no surprise at all to those of us who know the community that worked hard to support it, that it received this award. So congratulations to the Black Diamond Historical Society and the residents of Black Diamond for this great work.
Redmond is on King County's east side on the north shore of Lake Sammamish. Tom Hitzroth has investigated the early history of Redmond and nearby Marymore Park.
Everybody comes here and sees it as it is. This has a much longer history than most people think it might.
I would describe Tom as a forensic investigator of local history.
The horse barn used to be right over here. This is the art gallery. It was demolished in the 30s. His narrow gauge railroad. There is the little wagon that was on it.
Once he gets on the trail of a story, he leaves absolutely no stone unturned.
This is Mary Nettleton, for whom Mary Moore is named. And this was taken the year before she died. The longer I was here and the more I learned about the history of this place, the more interesting it became. James Kleiss purchased the property here for $5,000. The windmill, he actually sent someone to Holland to take the measurements of a genuine windmill. And then he built it about 1/4 size. The farm has been through a lot of owners, and it was a public outcry. Why don't we make it a park?
The John D. Spellman King County Executives Preservation Leader Award acknowledges an individual whose commitment to advancing heritage and historic preservation has made a lasting impact on our community. And I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award than Tom Hitzroth.
I sat down with the Redmond Historical Society and we worked out a process to do a walking tour of the downtown. So now I've been doing them 16 years.
I've had the privilege of going on several walking tours with him. I live in Redmond, and he told me things about Redmond that the average person wouldn't have a clue about.
People wanted to know, what kind of a community am I living in? Where's it been? Where's it come from?
He is a wealth of history in his head, and he makes it all come alive.
Something I'm working on right now. Land ownership by women around here was really interesting. The Grand Central Hotel was owned by Mrs. Evers, not her husband. The Hotel Walther was owned by Mary Walther, not by Fred. And this is where I think a lot of the development and character of the town really got going, was when women started becoming an equal part of what was going on around here. I want whatever I do to be as accurate as it possibly can be, versus just an accumulation of data and photos and my interpretation of what I think they're telling me.
Thanks for joining us for King County at your service. I'm Jackie Ablao. Visit us online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. See you next time.